Hello and good morning, guys. Today we will discuss a very crucial issue, and that is called body language. Body language matters in our life because without using body language, you can't make your speech effective. You can't make your personality and your outlook and your standpoint effective, and you can't make your position effective. That's the main reason. So, if you want to strengthen your position, if you want some kind of social commitment, if you're giving a social commitment to somebody, okay, and if you're doing somebody kind of promise or something, if you're doing, okay, or if you're doing a deal, if you're doing a business deal like an entrepreneur, it doesn't mean. The thing is that there's two types of communication. First of all, a verbal communication, and first of all, the second thing is non-verbal communication. The verbal communication means that you are verbally communicating with somebody. It's absolutely 35% that you are communicating with somebody. 35% is a verbal communication. 65% is non-verbal communication. Is that clear? So, what are the components of these kind of verbal communication? Like if you are verbally communicating with somebody, with your effective speaking, with your effective comic skills, with your effective, you can say, the thing which you are letting him know about your thinking pattern or about your thoughts, about your perceptions. That is called a verbal communication. Verbal communication refers when you are communicating with somebody and you are telling him that it's wrong or it's right or whatever the way in any manner you are communicating. That is called verbal communication. The thing which you are telling somebody, you are preaching somebody by your speech. Is that clear? You are telling somebody something by your speaking. That is called a verbal communication. Non-verbal communication in a sense for that if you are just, it's your handshake, if you are presenting your handshake, your postures, your gestures, your tone of voice, is that clear? So that is called a non-verbal communication. These are the components. Like if you will talk about a tone of voice refers, tone of voice matters in our life. If you are communicating with somebody or if you are having a job of a sales executive, so you must express yourself in such a good manner, and that is crucial because if you are representing yourself in a company, so your representation in front of the customers must be effective. Then you will be able to be the beneficiary of to become a good asset of your company, and then finally you will be able to become a beneficiary. The main thing is that if you are a sales executive, okay, and if you can't present yourself in front of the customers in such a good manner, then what will happen? The company will say goodbye to you. So the main thing is that if your tone of voice is not right, and I'm not talking about speaking, if your tone of voice, you are speaking in such a good manner but a tone of voice is very bad, then you won't be able to communicate with somebody in such a good manner. This is the main reason. So the main thing is that whatever you are saying, there must be a good tone of voice. There must be a good facial expression. If your facial expression is not good, you won't be able to succeed in any field. Facial expressions does matter because facial expressions plays an important role in our livelihood, in our presentation, in front of anybody, and in any company, in the meeting of board of directors, in the meetings of attorney general, in a cabinet, in front of the administrative justice, or you are acting like a doctor, you are a professional, okay, you are having your own mechanism. So the main thing is that if you are presenting yourself, your presentation must be effective. It doesn't mean that you are presenting something in a science school or in an English school or in an art of living or somewhere else, or in a restaurant, in a bar, in a hotel, whatever it is. It doesn't make a difference. But what does it make? It makes your speech impressive if you are having a good tone of voice, and that matters. Because that will, and the third thing is that it's a handshake. Because without handshake, you won't be able to communicate with somebody. You won't be able to make because if you are not having a grip in your hand, what will happen? The thing is that he will realize that you are not strong. So the main thing is that if you are not applying all these kind of techniques in your practical life as a good presenter or as a good public speaker or somebody somewhere, if you want to become somebody, like if you want to become a correspondent, if you want to become an actor, director, IAS, IPS or something else, whatever you want to become. It doesn't matter, but it does matter whether we are presenting ourselves in front of somebody in such an effective manner or not, because these kind of techniques are very crucial for the public speaker. These kind of techniques are very crucial for any bureaucrat. These kind of techniques is very crucial for the administration, for the government administration, for the private administration, because for the representatives, for the professional, for any kind of in any field. If he is a professional in any field, it does matter, because if he will work in a high rank, in a profile, in a high profile, in a high rank, so he must be having all these kind of qualities, which is absolutely invaluable. Is that clear? Which is absolutely having a high importance in the lives of any public speaker. So these kind of, like, if you are not having let me describe you all these kind of points. Like if you are not having a good tone of voice, or you are not having a good posture, or you are not having a good facial expressions, or you are not having a good handshake. So somebody will think, if you are coordinating with somebody will think that he is a good presenter, but he is not having a firmness, in him. And the second thing is that he won't stick with his decision because he is not having a good handshake. He didn't know about handshake, so it could be possible that he won't be a set in our company. So the main thing is that whatever you are presenting, likewise, if you are presenting yourself, in front of somebody, or if you are coordinating with somebody, what makes you feel happy when you will present yourself in such a nice manner. If you won't present yourself in such a nice manner, that it won't matter. It doesn't matter whether you are acting, whether you are coordinating with somebody, whether you are talking with somebody, whether you are talking with your superior, whether you are talking with your junior, whether you are talking with the management, whether you are talking with the administration. In the globalization world, if we will talk about the corporate world, all these kind of techniques matters in a corporate world. Because in the corporate world, you have to make yourself high profile. You have to make yourself, enough fit that you will be able to set yourself in that particular criteria. So the main thing is that what's the bottom line of all these kind of body languages, or all these kind of verbal and non-verbal communication. The thing is that you must make yourself fit towards that particular topic, because it is crucial. Without making that, you won't be able to succeed in your life. This is crucial. Apart from that, you must be having a good confidence level, because without having a confidence, you won't be able to take a first step forward regarding that. If you are having a very good perception, if you are having a very good knowledge, or if you acquired a good knowledge from the books, from the comics, and from all these, but if you can't represent that, it's absolutely useless. If you are having a very good knowledge of English, but if you can't speak, it's absolutely useless. If you are having a very good comic skills, but if you can't read in an effective manner, it's absolutely useless. If you are having a very good knowledge of English, as well as the comic skills, as well as the reading skills, but you don't know about the appropriate meaning of that word, or you are doing a misinformation campaign, or you are misleading the people in a street corner or in a company, it's absolutely useless. So the main thing is that all the things does matter. It doesn't mean whether it is a meaning which you are telling, whether it is an abbreviation which you are telling. It doesn't mean. Please don't do a misinformation campaign. If you are lacking somewhere, just alter that. Whom you are waiting for, what you are waiting for, I don't know about it. You don't need to wait for those circumstances, when the situation and the circumstances will come, when you won't be able to represent yourself in front of the media, in front of the people, and you will say, yaar, jada to bandena par nahi kar raha hai. You don't need to make that sentence for yourself. The thing is, if you are paving the way for yours, for yourself, if you are paving the way, just move on that. Just enhance the confidence level. Just enhance the energy, enhance the positiveness in yourself. Is that clear? You used to ask me, sir, what you will do to improve your communication skills? You know what? If you want to improve your comic skills, if you want to improve your tone of voice, if you want to improve your word meanings, and if you want to improve your, basically the bottom line English language, I don't need to tell you anything because you're also intelligent like me. You're also having an intelligent brain like me. You're also intellectual like me. You came from the scholar environment like me. You're also having your own perception, your own outlook, and your own intellectual outlook if you talk about that. So I don't need to tell you. If you will take it out that you will do something, then I don't need to, it's no need that I will tell you that you have to move in that direction. There is no need. You will move automatically in that direction if you want to move. It's absolutely dependent upon want. If you want to watch a movie, nobody will tell you that this is the way, and by following this way, you have to pave that way, and by following this way, you will be able to reach in that particular area. This is the main reason. You will go automatically. Whatever the excuse you will make, you will go automatically. So the main thing is that if you want to move ahead, if you want to take a step forward, you have to take your own way. By your own want. Until or unless you won't want by your heart in such a wholehearted manner that you want to do something, you won't be able to do that. And if you will pave the way for yourself, then these type of techniques, these type of body language, and these kind of techniques will help you to enhance yourself and be succeed in every motive and in every part of your life. And this is crucial. The basic thing is that if you want to understand somebody, like I don't know about you, like if I don't know about you, how can I think about this, and just how can I trust you? There is no trustworthiness, there is no genuineness, there is no reliableness. How you are not trustworthy also? How can I trust you? Very possible that you acquired a knowledge from that atmosphere, from there that you will make a fool of me also. So how can I trust you? So in that particular case, the focal point is that if I will see that you're not having a good shake hand, as well as you're not using your body language, and as well as you're not intellectual, so what I will think, he is not trustworthy. Let me think about it. After 2 or 3 days, when I will do the inquiry that from which state he belongs to, from which family he belongs to, okay, how many brothers and sisters he is having, how many family members he is having, okay, he got married or he is unmarried. When I will be able to know all these kind of necessary and specific details, then I will be able to come to a conclusion that I will consider you as my employer, or I will consider you as my business partner in this, because I'm an entrepreneur. So I will consider you, because I'm in a break of collapse, I will consider you as my business partner or not. Then I will think about this. So the main thing is that all these things depend upon all these kind of skills like body language. Like if you can't use these kind of body language skills, you will go in a company to give an interview. You came from this scholar environment, you are educated. But if you won't be able to present yourself in front of the interviewer, everybody will say, please sir, leave for today. Okay? You are not selected. So this is the main reason. Make yourself in this manner that you will select your company. Company won't select you. That you are having a special right. You are having the special qualities, and you are having a specific capability that you will choose a company. That in this company, I want to work. This company won't choose me. I will choose that company. Make that status, okay? Make your dreams high, make your status high, because until or unless you won't make yourself high and you can't stand up in such an energetic mode, you won't be able to go high in the sky and fly majestically and gracefully. This is the main reason. In spite of this fact that you are not doing it right now, I'm having endless hope that one day will come when you guys will go beyond me, when you will cross me, when you will speak this language in such a fluent manner. That doesn't match up for me. I will be happy and I will be very glad if you guys will take one step forward than me. Just increase your confidence level. Just increase your, just burn a fire inside your heart and just think about this. That what about English language? English is nothing. Yes, this is just a language, nothing else it is. So the main thing is that if you are considering all the things in such a simplistic manner, then you will be able to move forward in your life, in your livelihood. Don't act, guys, like a dead person. You are not a dead personality. You are the living organism. Act like a living organism. There is nothing which you have to hide. But you must acquire something which you have to show. You must stop that recording.